Good afternoon, ma'am. Today I'm going to do the first experiment of a lab session. The question is the dog daycare center charges clients a daily rate that is based on both size of the dog and then a number of days per month in the client's contract. So basically, we have to find the rate this is charged to the owner of the dog. It depends on the weight of the dog and the number of days per month. So to do this, I've created a C++ program. First, I've put that include IOStream, which is basic for C++, and then I've used using namespace std, which calls all the library files. I've taken int main, inside which I have declared three integer variables, namely w, d, and rate. W will stand for the weight, d will stand for the number of days, and r for the rate, and rate is for the rate. And then I've taken a character n. I've put this all in a do while loop, which I will explain later. In the C out, the first display will be enter the weight of the dog W. The input we have to enter the weight of the dog, and then we have to also enter the number of days in the daycare center per month. Once we have done that, I've put an if else if loop. Inside the loop, if the number of days per month in the daycare center is less than 10, then we'll go to inside this if else if loop, which is if the weight of the dog is less than 10, then the rate will be the number of days into 12, which is already given in the question. In this table it's given. As per that, I've taken the values. And the next will be else if loop. If the weight is greater than or equal to, and if the weight is less than 35, the rate will be d into 16, which is also given over here. The same way I've taken the next one, else if the weight is greater than 35, greater than or equal to 35, the rate will be the number of days multiplied with 19, and the output will be printed. Supposing if the number of days is greater than or equal to 11, then it will go inside this if else if loop again, which says if the weight is less than 10, the rate will be the number of days into 10. If the weight is greater than or equal to 10 and is less than 35, and then the rate will be number of days into 13. Else if the weight is greater than 35, the rate will be the number of days into 17. The output rate will be printed. Here I've taken a do while loop because here I've taken C out, say which says do you want to continue. If we give an input Y, that is that stands for yes, it will continue. Otherwise, it will get terminated. The next program is the Floyd's triangle. Question 3, Floyd's triangle. Here I've done the same. I have taken include IOStream, which is a basic for CPP programs, using namespace std for to call the library functions. Int main. After int main, I have declared four variables: n, ij for the number of for the rows and columns, a which I've a random variable which I've initialized to 1. Now here we have to enter the value for n, which is the input we are taking. I've taken two for loops, one for the rows and one for the number of columns. For rows, I've initialized I equals to 1. I've taken I less than or equal to n because I always is less than n, and I've incremented I with 1 every time. Inside this, I've taken another for loop which I've initialized j again equals to 1, and j will always be less than or equal to I because it's the number of columns, and j is incremented by 1. The output is A. A is incremented each time, and C out, I've taken one line gap, so that there's one line gap. I've taken return 0. Now I'll run this program. The value for n I'm taking 4, and here is the Floyd's triangle. I'll run the previous program. The weight of the dog I'm taking as 12. The number of days in the daycare center I'm taking as 23. It's 229 is the charge, and it asks do you want to continue. If I put yes, it continues. Again, one more weight 65. The number of days in the daycare center 13. Do you want to continue? I give n, which is no, and the process terminates. Thank you, ma'am.